Good evening, nice
Hello.
people of the internet. This is Ian and Jane doing the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, Day 7, Show 4. And this was my choice. I have no idea why I chose it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, well, it's called the Britpop Hour with Marc Burrows. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Britpop was not my genre of music. But what a revelation this show was.
Yeah, well,
do you want to read the little
yeah,
bit?
I'll just read it. So this was multimedia and music. Award-winning writer-comedian Marc Burrows presents a stand-up celebration of Britpop, marking 30 years since the Blur-vs-Oasis chart war. Nostalgic, irreverent, and mad ferret. I've no idea what that means. It does. That's what it says. Anyway,
Okay.
Anyway, so if Marc sees this,
Hello, Marc.
then I said something very strange to him because I said, I'm not your demographic. But why? And I wanted to explain that A, I'm not, but because it's somebody's celebrating something,
A birthday.
he wanted to go to something music.
Something light and funny and musical.
Yeah,
actually.
and this is
and
what
this was what it. That
it
was the reason
chosen.
I picked
so
it.
that was why I was there. And yes, what a revelation.
First of all, Marc is incredibly funny. His day job is as a writer, and I have read some of his work because about halfway through, I suddenly dawned on me that I knew who he was. But as a stand-up, he's great. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work gone into this show. Historically, it's very, very accurate, and he's really very knowledgeable about Britpop and other things. But
And I generally enjoy learning something about something I had minimal knowledge about. I know who all the bands are. I know the big hits, but I don't listen to music. But obviously, it was incredibly nostalgic, and I enjoyed the nostalgia of it. I enjoyed hearing, things I haven't heard for years, new stuff. I just, it was great fun.
Interestingly, the show start as you come in. There's a screen with TV, and it's got snippets of Britpop bands and bits of interview, and that in itself starts the nostalgia really well. And that's before Marc.
That's a
comes
really,
on.
really
good
idea.
way to start the show because he gets you in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And then Marc came on, and everybody's whooping and cheering. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't whooping and cheering at that point.
No.
But there are so many really, really good elements to the whole show. At one point, he does a comparison between basically where bands like Oasis and other bands ripped off songs from all over, and he compares them, which is just brilliant, really.
Yeah, and he actually demonstrates. So he
plays guitar and he
bits
sings
of songs, and said,
and he plays you where it originally. I knew that one of the songs he played from Oasis had been ripped off by Matt Boland and T-Rex. I didn't know about that. It's well known that apparently a lot of the inspiration for Oasis songs came from the Beatles. I was never an Oasis fan. I always thought they were too blokey and too laddish. And I listened to the first album when it came out and ignored them for the rest of the time, really. But interestingly, when asked who their favourite band was, most of the people in the audience now said Oasis, which is interesting. So 1 million people wanting to buy Oasis tickets this year can't be wrong, but they are.
Yeah. And he used lots of sort of, he illustrated his points, and which I quite enjoyed, and then, was able to define that it was a particular. It wasn't a genre. It was a particular moment in time.
Yeah, which is not something I thought about. But he's absolutely right,
which was really interesting. Yeah.
I mean, we're not giving too much away, but he said that, that punk is a genre because there are new punk bands coming out, but it was obviously from sort of 77, 74, 75, 77. It had that sort of peak time, but punk is different to, Britpop was very much a particular time, which is just what you said.
And also it was quite interesting. This is just, it was within the show, but on one occasion he showed what had been on if it had Top of the Pops on, it would have been a Thursday night.
Yeah.
But what was showing, and there
I'm
were
not sure that was real. I wondered if the thing with the Jimmy Savile.
Well, anyway, Jimmy Savile was in there.
Was in there,
and everybody groaned. And then he also had a bit of some music program. It was introduced by Gary Glitter.
Yeah, which is
so it's all part of this. That obviously some of the audience knew, others won't have been.
Yeah,
aware. I mean, there was some very bad language. There was one,
but not necessarily from Marc, but he was relaying Twitter messages from Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, he wasn't using it gratuitously. He was repeating, and we could read it. Yeah. No, so I want to make that clear.
We were probably the oldest people in the audience.
Yes.
The majority of people in there were in their 40s, and obviously the majority of people in there were Oasis fans, although other people mentioned Shed 7 and Blur and Pulp. I mean, Pulp were my band for Britpop, and we had the great pleasure at the end of singing a Pulp song all together, and we were all there singing.
I was singing.
We were there singing.
I don't think I've ever sung along to that.
And it was just a brilliant way to finish the show, really. You have to go see the show. It's great. Yeah, so do you want to say when it's on? And then we'll do the stars.
I do. It is, so it's Underbelly at Bristol Square in the Dairy Room. It is on now right through until Monday the 25th, but not Monday the 11th. It is on at 6:10 in the evening for an hour. And it is either £14 or £13.
A bargain. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. A really, really
great
good,
entertainment.
Fantastic. He's doing a couple of other shows as well. One of them is free. And he's doing a thing where he's playing 3 hours of Britpop music as a DJ at one of the shows. The other thing is worth mentioning, the fact that at the end everybody got a gift.
Yeah.
And the gift is Marc's put together a very special little magazine. And he said there's an interview with Suede in there, the lost interview, because for some reason he did the interview with Suede's drummer and then never published it. So, and there's lots of little nuggets in there. It's a really good, I was looking at it over our dinner, and it's a really nice little thing actually to keep, so everybody gets a copy of Marc Burrows' Britpop fanzine.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
So, absolutely brilliant.
Great.
So go see him. He's great. How many stars?
Well, I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I'm going to say a 4.
I'm going to say a 5.
Right. Well.
Yeah. I just thought it was. At the start, I wasn't sure what to expect. It was just brilliant. It was just. I was so entertained for that hour.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, we both did.
Thoroughly enjoyed the hour.
Yeah, and you would not have normally have.
I know it's not something I wouldn't have gone to.
But it's great. It's really good. Go see it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's what we love about the Fringe.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers.
We've got a full complement tomorrow. I think we've got 4 shows again tomorrow now.
Have we?
Because we've had an extra one just added in today, which we were trying to see yesterday, actually, but we're seeing it tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.